Tate, everybody. Really primary focus today, two things really for defensively. One is the speed of the game and tempo that Arizona plays with is maybe the fastest that we've faced thus far. Tried to simulate it as good as we can even with our offense against our defense today. The second thing is just keeping contained on probably the most dangerous quarterback that we'll face all season as far as being able to create, both with his legs and I tell you what, he's doing a tremendous job down the field of being able to break, contain, buying time, and his receivers taking off. And you see some of the dimes that he's dropping in on deep balls once a play is broken down and in scrambling is unique. For us, we've got to be able to keep him in the pocket and keep him contained. That's the key to the game. Injury-wise, really nothing to report. It's about the same as yesterday. We've been very fortunate this week. So with that, I'll answer any questions that you got.
With Khalil, he's throwing the ball more this year for them. Is that due to he's got an ankle injury? Is that due to scheme?
I think it may be twofold. Because even in the early, even before the ankle got a little bit more, you could tell they were throwing the ball more with him. He's averaging 260 yards a game, and the thing that has happened now with the ankle injury that I've been impressed with is they're tagging a lot of RPOs. They got an RPO tagged with about every run, and Khalil's making some great decisions on it when he sees the open grass. The second thing is he does an unbelievable job on the deep ball. He's got terrific deep ball accuracy, especially on his three ball, his longer throws, and he drops it in the bucket. And his kids, Poindexter and Ellison and Sean Brown, are making plays for him. You put J.J. Taylor with 260 yards of passing, that's a dangerous offense.
Knowing the way that he can run and even ran last year throughout most of the year, there's a part of you in the back of your mind kind of prepared for he might run 20 times. Even though he hasn't done it yet, you kind of have to prepare for that?
You have to, because it really, we watched a cut up today about, as a team, about him off his spot, and literally you could find one run that broke the line of scrimmage where he took off. He's doing a great job of keeping his eyes downfield this year. Last year, it was kind of, okay, things broke down. He would take off running more than keeping his eyes up. They've done a really nice job with progressing him as a quarterback where his eyes are staying up. He's surveying the field a lot more than he did last year. So credit to him, he's progressed.
Eric Herman look here today?
He had a 5 o'clock exam. Academics first.
Jalen McKenzie?
Yeah, Jalen was out. He was out here early. He's got a little back tightness, so preventative, we held him back.
Where's Josh Amanabebe? He came back a little bit.
Yeah, he actually practiced the last 2 days. Coming off he had a pretty good high ankle sprain that he got in camp. Trying to get back out here and practice. Doesn't look all the way back yet, but it's like I told him after practice, good to see him back out here running. He can provide us some depth, and I don't think it will be this week, but it's good to get him back out here.
You guys have this interesting ratio of 29 pass breakups without a pick. I know you guys focus on it, but what can you do? What can you do about that?
Well, a lot of it, I said the other night, on our phone conversation, is a lot of it's due to we have a lot of man principles. When you play man coverage, you don't see a ton of picks versus man coverage. You see a lot more in zones, in zone coverage, and we do have a lot of pass breakups. Hopefully, we'll get our hands on the ball just a little bit more. It also comes with tip balls, batted balls. We had a couple the other day, got it straight up there, and it felt like the ball was up in the air forever. We just didn't come down with it. Hopefully, we'll get some more of those too.
How important is it when you're facing a read option for basically each got to do their job, not try to do too much?
The gap integrity is key because you can get caught and just taking the bait one time, and then you've got a guy like Khalil that if he gets in the second level, he's gone. Same with JJ too. The integrity of making sure you're doing your job over and over and over and over in the zone read game is important. What they have added to it, and credit Coach Sumlin and his staff, is they've added a RPO game with it that makes it exceptionally hard because not only are you dealing with the zone read inside, but you're dealing with the perimeter also on every one of those. And Khalil's doing a nice job of making decisions.
You've seen Nolan Mazzoni's offenses up close plenty of times over the years.
How has it evolved with Arizona?
I give credit to Coach Mazzoni. I thought I was real impressed with the game versus Oregon State because you knew you had a game where your quarterback was dinged. He gets even more dinged in the second quarter. He's hobbled around and really had the discipline just to say, you know what, we're going to have to get out of here with a win by running the ball and throwing the deep ball. And they ran it extremely effectively against Oregon State, and they made their plays down the field, and they stuck to it. You know, they really took the zone read game out of play. If you watch that tape over and over, you can see Khalil's eyes, and you can see that he was handing it off. It was no read involved, and credit their offensive line and JJ. I thought they did a great job running it.
With this being game 5 on the schedule, 4 games down, how does the new redshirt rule come into play at this point in the season?
Yeah, we actually met it on it as a staff. You know, I have a database chart that has each game, participation plus plays, offensively, defensively, and special teams wise, so I can see how many plays a guy is playing. Some guys have only played 1 game, 2 games, so they still have a couple games left. There are some decisions that have to be made when you get to 4 games, you know, or you can commit to play the guy the rest of the year. We sat down and made those decisions this morning.
Are there any, which guys would those?
I got too many. I have 110 guys on the team, Joey.
There's been a lot of talk like on social media about Porter's hit in the 4th quarter from the other day. If it was targeting, if it wasn't, that's something you have to talk to him, you know, about.
No, yeah, I had a conversation with Porter. You know, I didn't notice it in the game, and really didn't notice it until he got a chance to watch the tape that it was close. And obviously, the Pac-12 is going to look at that as refs and look at that as officials. And you know, our job is to make sure. I know even Porter, you know, didn't know that it had happened until we watched it on tape. And you know, just being able to aim just a little bit lower, not intentional by him. He's a bull in the china shop, but we try to aim just a little bit lower.
Let's do one more.
Have you thought much about kind of the swing that you guys have from home to road? I know that a lot of people play better at home, but you guys have kind of had a dramatic one, and how to kind of offset that when you go back on the road.
Yeah, I just had a conversation on D that I'm sick of that question with the guys, and so you know, we talked about how important the mental toughness of the game is when you go on the road, and it starts really on Thursday. You know, we talked about Thursday being no repeat Thursday, that you come in here, you focus on your assignments, and that mental focus carries over to Friday and Saturday, and you go in there and you actually tell yourself, I'm not going to be the guy that lets my team down. And there's a mental toughness that happens when you go on the road, you know, I think our guys are ready to take that challenge. I know they're sick of hearing it. I'm sick of hearing it. We've been exceptional at home, and now it's time to you know, go compete for a great road win versus a team that's won 2 in a row in a hostile atmosphere. And we look forward to the opportunity.
Okay.
All righty, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.